Hello, everybody. Welcome to June's Chief Chat. I know it's a little early in the month for my Chief Chat, but we've had a heck of a week in Bowie, and I want to touch on a few things, particularly the incident at Bowie High yesterday. So we'll begin with on the 3rd of the month, we had a shooting on Nashua Lane that sprung from a graduation party. There was an altercation and someone was shot in the foot. We are investigating that shooting. We are also investigating some of the complaints from the community about the house being used as a rental house or a commercial enterprise for parties. So we are looking at that from the community services standpoint and from the code enforcement working in tandem with us. We did have a couple citizen robberies. We had one on the 2nd over at Marketplace around 8 o'clock where someone was robbed at gunpoint at their car. And we had one on the 5th at the Bank of America over here behind Bowie Town Center about 11:30 p.m. when they were getting money from the ATM. We are pursuing some leads and we're going to hopefully have some closure on those fairly soon. But please be aware of your surroundings as best you can and try to be safe, especially while using ATMs at night. We did have a robbery this morning at the Shell on Annapolis Road about 4:30 this morning where someone came in and brandished a handgun and stole some tools. We should have a lookout on that for our social media pages, so please take a look. If you're not on our social media pages, please follow us. We're not asking you to totally dive into social media if you don't like it, but it is a way to find out what's going on and get information that we're sharing. Big thing I want to talk about is the lockdown we had yesterday at Bowie High School. About 1 o'clock, we received a call about a subject with a long gun outside of the library. So when we arrived on scene, we were able to see some footage and some stills of a subject walking around outside what definitely looked like a long gun on the side of the building. Immediately started to lock down the school, put out the alert, and start to get units in the area so we can start to kind of clear, especially with someone with a long gun that has a greater capacity to reach people at a much greater distance than, say, a handgun. And especially given the national trend that we've seen, we want to really make sure that we handle this correctly. And I'll take a break here and just kind of say how proud I am of the officers here and the job they did, especially yesterday during a very, very stressful event. They arrived quickly. They took command of the scene and started to do what needed to be done, including going in to clear the school, including finding out information about the suspect. And I'll give credit to our SROs. Some people, there was discussion about the value of SROs in the school. And I think this incident really, really brought home that value, especially for the intelligence part. Our officers, Corporal Foote and Corporal Mullins, know these kids. They have relationships with these kids, and they were able to identify the subject in the picture so that we had a starting point of where to try to find him and try to bring closure to this incident. I'll give kudos to Deputy Chief Preston as well, who ran the scene and did an outstanding job of managing the varying multiple concerns and priorities that approach during these things, from getting staging areas for parents, managing parents. Captain Jefferson did a fantastic job managing the parents at the staging area. It's just a great team effort. And when I'm talking about teams, we have to also thank Prince George's County Police, Prince George's Sheriff, Maryland State, Maryland Park, Upper Marlboro sent officers, Greenbelt sent officers. We had the Prince George's Sheriffs, if I hadn't already mentioned them. But they all came quickly. We all coordinated. We worked in tandem together. And we were very happy to bring I don't know if some people would consider it quick, but considering what we're dealing with, a fairly quick resolution and a safe resolution to the incident. And that just, again, I'll give credit to my training staff. They make sure that the officers are trained properly. Everyone knew their assignments. Everyone carried them out well. And as we've seen, again, nationally, sometimes that doesn't always happen. But I'm very proud of the work that the officers did yesterday under very trying circumstances. I'm also glad that it did have we were able to bring the subject into custody, confirm that it was not a real firearm, but an airsoft gun. But from the pictures, it looked exactly like a long gun, and that's what we have to assume, and that's what we have to work off of. But I am very glad that it had a safe resolution to the incident. So again, thank you to all the citizens that gave information. Thank you to the parents for being as cooperative as they could be yesterday, again, under some very stressful conditions. So I will end on a fairly positive note, I hope, and just say that we have a torch run for Special Olympics coming up on June 15th. In the morning, we are going from Marketplace, nice little slow group shuffle over to, we're Bowie Plaza over to Marketplace at the Chick-fil-A. There's information on our website and our social media pages about it. Please come out and join us. We'd love to see you out there. Lastly, I will give a pitch to Alert Bowie. Yesterday, a lot of information came out through Alert Bowie. If you're not signed up, please sign up. It's non-intrusive into your life. The only time you get anything is when you want to get something. You can set your parameters, but you do need to be on there to get the alerts and to find out what lockdowns and everything else that we might be putting out of an emergency nature. So please take the time to do that. I'll thank Una Cooper from the city's communications for being instrumental in helping us get information out yesterday. Linda Sheegan did a fantastic job running the communications center. Again, my whole staff, I can't be more proud of the work that they do. So that's it for now, and we will see you in July.